I'm Emily, and I had a planned at-home water birth. Hi, my name is Emily, and my family is Danny, my husband, Annie, and Charlotte. Annie is almost 3, and Charlotte is almost 2. Well, from the very start, it was that we were going to have Charlotte at home. I had my older daughter at home also. It was just the natural sequence of things that, I loved my midwife, and I felt very comfortable at home, and I felt very comfortable with giving birth, and knew that I was just going to be at home and I wanted to have her in the water. We had a cartoon fish blow-up pool that we'd gotten from somebody online, and had blown that up a couple days before my due date, and then just waited. My older daughter was still sharing our bed, and I could just feel her kind of like kicking at me, and it was uncomfortable, but then I realized that I was having more discomfort than just that I was starting to feel kind of cramping in my lower back, and that maybe it could be time. I was 11 days late at that point, past my due date, and so it literally was going to happen any moment. But I kind of woke up Danny and said, I think it's time. And his first reaction was, well, I'm going to go to sleep. Because he knew that he just needed to sleep more if I was going to be in labor. I called everyone to come over. I called my mom and I called my doula. And they came over and we just kind of hung out. And we waited. It just seemed like it wasn't time for it to happen. My labor seemed as though it was stalling. My contractions were getting further apart instead of closer together. There's a place close by here that we take our dog for a walk, and we decided that we would get in the car because in my first labor with Annie, we went for a dog walk when I realized that I was in labor. So I thought, let's go for a walk, let's get things moving if we can. It was beautiful, it was dewy, it was just nice to be out there, kind of the last time, with just me and the husband and the dog, and Annie still sleeping in bed, and my mom home with her, and it just felt good. So when we came back from the dog walk, the contractions had gotten to a point where they were staying steady and coming closer together, about every 10 minutes or so. I finally decided that I would call my midwife again and let her know that we thought it was time for her to get in the car and come over. And I told Danny that I wanted him to fill up the tub. And so that's when we started getting the water ready. And then all of a sudden it was just my contractions were getting closer and closer together. There was a big popping sound and this huge rush that you could just tell that whoa, this was happening. It was just 3 pushes later and Charlotte was out. And she had come out so fast that her little eyes were all bloodshot, and she was so sweet and just this teeny little awesome package baby. She was born at 3:54 p.m. and she was 8 pounds 12 ounces. It was it's indescribable because you're getting this rush of hormones from your body in addition to this rush of emotion. It's kind of all coming together, and you feel it's like being on some kind of crazy drugs. It's amazing. You just feel so much, and you feel like you could do anything. Especially, you push out an 8 pound 12 ounce baby and you feel like you could climb the highest mountain. Subscribe to CafeMom Studios on YouTube now.